Welcome back, students. In previous class we had seen some introduction about trigonometric ratios and important formulae and important results and important table. So now let us get into the problems and practice few problems for the final examination. And these problems are highly important and are high chances of appearing in the external examination. So first question: if 3 sin theta plus 4 cos theta is equal to 5, find 4 sin theta minus 3 cos theta. So solution for this: so given 3 sin theta plus 4 cos theta is equal to 5, let us consider this as first equation and let this be x. So let x is equal to 4 sin theta minus 3 cos theta. So let this equation be second equation. So by squaring and adding these both equations, we'll get 3 sin theta plus 4 cos theta whole square plus 4 sin theta minus 3 cos theta whole square is equal to 5 square plus x square. So by expanding this whole square, we'll get 9 sin square theta plus 16 cos square theta plus 24 sin theta cos theta. Since it is of the form a plus b whole square, we have a square plus b square plus 2ab. So this is 3 sin theta whole square is 9 sin square theta plus 4 cos theta whole square is 16 cos square theta plus 2 into 3 6 into 4 24 sin theta cos theta plus this is of the form a minus b whole square. So we have the formula a minus b whole square, a square plus b square minus 2ab. So 16 sin square theta plus 9 cos square theta minus 24 sin theta cos theta is equal to 5 square is 25 and x square we have written as x square. So in both of these equations we have 9 as common, so take out 9 as common and we'll get sin square theta plus cos square theta plus in both these terms we have 16 as common, so we'll take this as common and we'll get 16 into cos square theta plus sin square theta is equal to 25 plus x square, and this plus 24 sin theta cos theta and minus 24 sin theta cos theta will be cancelled. So that implies we'll get x squared plus 25 is equal to 9 into 1 plus 16 into 1, since we know that sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1, which I have taught you in the yesterday's lesson. So 9 into 1 plus 16 into 1, so 9 plus 1 is equal to 20, 9 plus 16 is equal to 25. So x square plus 25 is equal to 25. That implies x square is equal to, bring this onto the left hand side, bring this onto the right hand side, so we'll get x square is equal to 25 minus 25. That implies x square is equal to 0, so that implies x is equal to 0. So this is the final solution for a given question. So let us now find this second problem. So given that if cos theta plus sin theta is equal to root 2 cos theta, prove that cos theta minus sin theta is equal to root 2 sin theta. So let us write, given cos theta plus sin theta is equal to root 2 cos theta. So take this cos theta onto the right hand side, so we'll get sin theta is equal to root 2 cos theta minus cos theta, and in both of these we have cos theta as common, we have taken cos theta as common and we'll get root 2 minus 1. So since it is irrational, let us rationalize it by multiplying it with root 2 plus 1. So root 2 plus 1 sin theta is equal to root 2 plus 1 into root 2 minus 1 cos theta. That implies expanding this bracket we'll get root 2 sin theta plus sin theta is equal to, it is of the form a plus b into a minus b. A plus b into a minus b is a square minus b square. So a square is root 2 whole square, that is 2, minus b square is 1. So 2 minus 1, 1. 1 into cos theta we will get as cos theta. So now cos theta minus sin theta is equal to root 2 sin theta. So we have taken this sin theta onto the right hand side, so that is cos theta minus sin theta, and we have left with root 2 sin theta on the right hand side. So that is the solution for the given question. So if you have any doubts in this any of this question, you can post it in the comment section and I'll definitely gonna reply you. So we'll move on to the next question. If secant theta is equal to x plus 1 by 4x, find tan theta plus secant theta. So solution for this, we have, if you know that if you have followed the first lecture, you might be knowing these important results. As I've told you, this is going to be very very important and we are going to use them in the next lectures. So we are using them now. So we know that secant square theta minus tan square theta is equal to 1. So that implies, take this onto the right hand side and bring this onto the left hand side. So we'll get, this will become positive tan square theta, that is tan square theta is equal to secant square theta minus 1. So tan square theta is equal to secant square theta minus 1, and we know the value of secant theta. So let's substitute in the place of secant theta. So x plus 1 by 4x whole square minus 1. So x plus 1 by 4x whole square minus, we can write this 1 as 4x into 1 by 4x. So however, if we cancel this, both 4x will remain with this same. So we can write this 1 as 4x into 1 by 4x. So that equals, so it is of the form x plus 1 by 4x whole square minus 4ab. That implies a plus b whole square minus 4ab is a minus b whole square. Since it is of the form like this, so we'll write this as a minus b whole square. So that is x minus 1 by 4x whole square. So which is tan square theta. Tan square theta is equal to x minus 1 by 4x whole square. So that implies tan theta is equal to x minus 1 by 4x. So we have the value of secant theta and we have the value of tan theta. So let's substitute in this. So we got the value of tan theta as x minus 1 by 4x, and we are given that secant theta is equal to x plus 1 by 4x. So x minus 1 by 4x plus x plus 1 by 4x is equal to this 1 by 4x minus 1 by 4x will be cancelled and we'll get x plus x, 2x as a solution. So let's move on to the next question. Cosecant theta plus cot theta is equal to 1 by 3 and find the quadrant in which theta lies. So given that cosecant theta plus cot theta is equal to 1 by 3, similarly we have cosecant theta minus cot theta equal to 3. That is inverse of this is cosecant theta minus cot theta equal to 3. By adding these both the equations, this cot theta and minus cot theta will be cancelled, and cosecant theta plus cosecant theta is 2 cosecant theta, and 1 by 3 plus 3 is 10 by 3. So that implies cosecant theta is equal to 5 by 3. So cosecant theta is positive. Here we got the positive value. So we know that if we have if you see the graph which I have given in the first lecture, introduction lecture, so you might notice that cosecant theta is positive in the second quadrant as well. However, cosecant theta is positive in first quadrant, but it is also positive in second quadrant. So there are chances of positive in both this quadrant. So let this be first equation. So since we got the cosecant theta value, let us substitute in any of these equations. We will get the value of cot theta. So based on that value, we'll decide in which quadrant the theta lies. So let us substitute cosecant theta value in the first equation itself. So 5 by 3 plus cot theta is equal to 1 by 3. That implies cot theta is equal to 1 by 3 minus 5 by 3, will get minus 4 by 3. So cot theta is negative. So we have cot theta is negative in second quadrant as well as fourth quadrant. So let this be in second equation. So from 1 and 2 we have given that cosecant theta is positive and cot theta is negative. So cosecant theta is positive in second quadrant as well as cot theta is negative in second quadrant only. So from 1 and 2 we can conclude that theta belongs to second quadrant. So let's move on to the next question. Given sine alpha plus cosecant alpha is equal to 2, find sine alpha whole power n plus cosecant alpha whole power n. So we can write this cosecant alpha as 1 by sine alpha, that is sine alpha plus 1 by sine alpha equal to 2, and by multiplying here we'll get sine square alpha plus 1 by sine alpha is equal to 2. That implies sine square alpha plus 1 is equal to, taking this denominator to the right hand side, it will be multiplied to the right hand side value, so 2 into sine alpha. So we have sine square alpha plus 1 minus 2 sine alpha equal to 0. So it is of the form a square plus b square minus 2ab. A square plus b square minus 2ab is a minus b whole square. Here a is sine alpha and b is 1. So sine alpha minus 1 whole square is equal to 0. That implies sine alpha minus 1 is equal to 0, and that implies if we bring it on to the right hand side, we'll get sine alpha is equal to 1. So that implies cosecant alpha is equal to 1. How did we get this cosecant alpha as 1? So we got the sine alpha value as 1. So if we substitute 1 here, 1 plus cosecant alpha is equal to 2, and cosecant alpha is equal to 2 minus 1. So we'll get it as 1. So we have the value of sine alpha and we have the value of cosecant alpha. So if we substitute in this equation, we'll get sine alpha whole power n plus cosecant alpha whole power n. That implies 1 power n plus 1 power n. 1 power anything is always 1. So we'll get 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. So let's move on to the next question. Given if tan 20 is equal to p, find tan 610 plus tan 700 by tan 560 minus tan 470. So we have written this here, and we can write this as tan 360 plus 250. Tan 360 plus 250 is tan 250, and we can write this 700 as tan 360 plus 340. So tan 360 plus 340 is tan 340, since we know that tan 360 plus theta is tan theta. Tan 560, we can write this as tan 560 tan 360 plus 200, so tan 200 minus tan 470, we can write this as tan 360 plus 110, that is tan 110. So here we can write this 250 as tan 270 minus 20, and we can write this 340 as tan 360 minus 20. The only thing is we need to convert given all these numbers in terms of 20, so that we can substitute and get the solution. So in question it is given as tan 20, so we have to convert this in terms of 20. So tan 270 minus 20, and this we can write it as tan 360 minus 20, and this we can write it as tan 180 plus 20, and then this we can write it as tan 90 plus 20. So we know that tan 270 minus 20 is cot 20, and tan 360 minus 20 is minus tan 20. Tan 360 minus theta, and that belongs to fourth quadrant, I think so, fourth quadrant. So in fourth quadrant tan theta is negative, so we have got this as tan theta, tan 360 minus 20 as minus tan 20, and tan 180 plus 20 we can write this as tan 20, and tan 90 plus theta is minus cot theta. Minus cot theta means here already minus is there, so it will become plus. So tan 90 plus 20 is minus cot 20. So we have to substitute all these values. So we know that given tan 20 value, so cot 20 obviously becomes tan 20 is p, then cot 20 becomes 1 by p. So look at here. So cot 20, that is 1 by p, minus tan 20, that is p, by tan 20 is p plus cot 20 is 1 by p. That equals 1 minus p square by p by p square plus 1 by p. So p gets cancelled, and we'll get the solution as 1 minus p square by p square plus 1. So let us move on to the next question. So given that alpha beta are complementary angles and beta sin alpha is equal to a, find sin alpha cos beta minus cos alpha sin beta. So let us see the solution. Given that alpha comma beta are complementary angles, that implies alpha plus beta is equal to 90 degrees. Remember, if both are complementary angles, we need to use this condition, that is alpha plus beta is equal to 90 degrees. That implies beta is equal to 90 minus alpha. So given that b sin alpha is equal to a, that implies sin alpha is equal to a by b. So since we have got the value of sin alpha, we can construct a right angle triangle. Since both are complementary angles, we can construct a right angle triangle. So this is alpha. So sin alpha, we know that opposite by hypotenuse, opposite value is a and hypotenuse value is b. So we need to get the adjacent value, that is root of b square minus a square. So we have got hypotenuse value, opposite value and adjacent value. So now let's find the value of cos alpha. Cos alpha is, we know that adjacent by hypotenuse. So adjacent value is root b whole square minus a square, and hypotenuse value is b. So we have sin alpha and cos alpha. Now let us find sin beta and cos beta. So sin beta is, we know that beta is equal to 90 minus alpha. So sin 90 minus alpha is cos alpha, and cos beta is, in place of beta, let us substitute 90 minus alpha. We'll get cos 90 minus alpha, that is sin alpha. So given that sin alpha cos beta minus cos alpha sin beta, so in place of cos beta we'll substitute this value sin alpha, and in place of sin beta we'll substitute this value cos alpha. So sin square alpha minus cos square alpha. We have the value of sin alpha as a by b. So sin square alpha is a square by b square, minus cos square alpha, we have the value cos alpha, we have the value of root of b square minus a square by b. So by squaring this, root will be eliminated. So b square minus a square by b square. So that implies denominator is same for both. So we'll take it as common denominator. So a square minus b square minus into minus of a square, that will become plus a square. So a square plus a square is 2a square minus b square by b square. So that's all for today's class, and in the next lecture we are going to continue with the same problems in the trigonometry chapter. So if you want any updates and you'll never want to miss an update, so please don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit that bell icon. Also, you can follow us on Facebook, Instagram and Telegram for more updates. Thank you.